As 12-year-old Dre Parker steps off the plane with his mother Sherry, he feels an intense mix of excitement and anxiety. They've just moved from Detroit's west side to bustling Beijing, a city filled with strange sounds, foreign scents, and towering skyscrapers. Dre, eager to fit in and adapt to his new home, soon crosses paths with Mei Ying, a talented young violinist. They strike up an innocent, shy friendship, filled with laughs and moments of shared glances. But this tender bond catches the attention of Cheng, a young kung fu prodigy with a fierce intensity and undeniable skill. Cheng's family has close ties with Mei Ying's, and he decides that Dre, the newcomer, is nothing but a threat to be eliminated. At first, Cheng's harassment is subtle, a shove here, a cutting comment there. But as Dre and Mei Ying grow closer, Cheng's jealousy and anger erupt into full-blown attacks, chasing Dre through the school grounds and around the neighborhood. No matter where Dre goes, Cheng and his friends seem to follow, watching for any chance to humiliate him. Then one day, the bullying escalates to a brutal beatdown. Dre, desperate and cornered, is taking a painful barrage of kicks and punches when the apartment complex's quiet maintenance man, Mr. Han, intervenes. With swift, precise movements, Han masterfully handles Cheng and his crew, revealing a hidden strength and skill that leaves Dre in awe. As Mr. Han helps Dre recover, using fire cupping to ease his injuries, Dre realizes that Han is no ordinary janitor, he's a kung fu master. Dre begs Han to teach him, but before training can begin, they must confront Cheng's ruthless teacher, Master Li, who operates his dojo with a brutal philosophy: show no mercy to your enemy. When Mr. Han asks for peace, Master Li scornfully challenges Dre to a fight with Cheng, taunting him to prove himself. Mr. Han declines, but Li blocks their way, threatening that they won't leave unless Dre fights. Reluctantly, Han agrees to have Dre compete in the upcoming tournament and demands that Li's students leave Dre alone until then. Amused by the challenge, Master Li accepts. Training begins, but Dre's expectations of fierce kicks and flying punches are shattered when Han instructs him to spend hours repeating a simple exercise: taking off his jacket, hanging it up, dropping it, and putting it back on. Day after day, Dre endures the repetitive motions, growing frustrated and feeling foolish. Finally, he confronts Han, demanding real lessons. In response, Han demonstrates how these movements have been conditioning Dre's muscles and reactions, transforming them into reflexive defensive techniques. With this realization, Dre begins to understand Han's true teaching method: kung fu isn't about mere physical strength, but rather self-discipline, patience, and inner balance. As their training intensifies, Han takes Dre on a journey to the stunning Wudong Mountains, where they witness a mysterious sight: a woman practicing a flowing form of kung fu, moving in perfect sync with a cobra before her. Captivated, Dre asks Han to teach him this reflection technique. Han agrees, binding their hands and feet to bamboo shafts to synchronize their movements. Dre eagerly attempts to use the technique, even trying it on his mother in a playful moment, but realizes that true mastery requires more than imitation, it demands understanding and focus. Meanwhile, Dre's relationship with Mei Ying deepens. They support each other's dreams, with Dre promising to attend Mei Ying's violin recital and her planning to watch him compete in the tournament. One day, Dre convinces Mei Ying to skip school for a carefree day, but it backfires when Mei Ying's recital is rescheduled, and she barely makes it on time. Her parents, angry and disappointed, forbid her from seeing Dre, deeming him a bad influence. Heartbroken, Dre struggles with his new reality until he finds Mr. Han alone and despondent. Dre learns that Han is grieving the loss of his wife and son, who died in a car accident years ago. Han, once a man of unwavering discipline, is lost in his sorrow, and Dre gently reminds him of the resilience he is taught. Together, they find strength, both healing from their wounds in different ways. Dre then writes a heartfelt apology in Chinese to Mei Ying's father, who, impressed by his gesture, allows Mei Ying to attend the tournament. On the day of the tournament, Dre's nerves are high, but he channels his training, defeating several opponents and advancing through the rounds. Cheng, driven by rage and ruthless discipline, also climbs through the ranks, leaving his opponents brutalized in his wake. As the final rounds approach, Dre faces off with Liang, another of Master Li's students, who is given a dark command to break Dre's leg. Liang, uncomfortable but obedient, lands a brutal kick to Dre's leg, and follows it with a flurry of strikes, leaving Dre incapacitated on the mat. Though Liang is disqualified, Dre's injuries mean that Cheng could claim victory by default. Yet Dre's spirit is unbroken. Ignoring Han's insistence that he's already proven himself, Dre pleads with Han to use fire cupping one last time, healing him enough to face Cheng. With determination, Dre returns to the ring. The match is fierce, with both boys fighting furiously, but Cheng delivers a crushing blow to Dre's injured leg. Desperate, Dre shifts into the one-legged stance he witnessed on the mountain, ready to use the reflection technique. Cheng, misled by Dre's poised stance, lunges forward, and Dre springs into action, delivering a powerful kick to Cheng's head. The arena erupts in applause as Dre claims the championship, earning the respect of Cheng, his classmates, and, most importantly, his teacher, Mr. Han.